Hello and welcome to the PHL on Twitch.tv. We are very happy to bring this broadcast to you. It's the Hobart Bay Caribou facing off against the Chiefland Sentinels. I'm with my broadcast partner, Montpellier. Monty, what should we expect from these teams?
Well, so far, Chiefland has demonstrated extremely strong defense with Throckmorton allowing only a single goal so far. They've only had one goal against in 4 games, so we can definitely expect that from them. From Hobart Bay, I believe, they've got exactly one goal in each game, plus an overtime winner in game 4. So they have some of the strongest offense, if you can believe it, in D3. So after the first week of kind of feeling everything out, I think it's one of the stronger offensive teams against probably the very best defensive team.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to watch this prospect division game played out. You know, it's the first prospect division game we've had streamed on this channel, and I'm very excited to be one of the guys that brings it to you. As we should be getting underway momentarily, just some final touches for these teams as they're warming up for this exciting matchup in I believe it's the third week or the second week of the season.
This is the third match night. We've had 2 games last week, and this is night 1 of week 2.
So who are the big names that you think we should watch out for on both of these teams?
For Chiefland so far, definitely Throckmorton has stolen the show with his defensive goaltending performance. It's been something to watch, and then Hunter S has followed that up as well. It's the goaltending is lights out for Chiefland. In addition, Kachuk is he out here tonight? Kachuk is not here tonight. That's actually a big loss for them in their offensive lineup. But I think we can expect really strong defense from Kagor.
And here we go. We're underway for this first period of the Prospect Division Showcase between the Hobart Bay Caribou and the Chiefland Sentinels. This is Chipman starting it out with a long shot that grazes the stick of the goaltender as Hot Dog Flaps gets the nod for the Sentinels. Or rather, the Caribou. And now it's the Sentinels working the puck in. G. Dillon chasing after it. It goes back behind the net. Tries to center it for Chipman, who is parked out front, and he'll go back behind the net to collect it. Sends it out in front, but Yeti read that well, pokes it off to the side, and carries it out to center. Makes a move, takes a long shot, partially blocked, and the goaltender takes care of that. Randy tries to catch Dillon sleeping on the puck, and he pokes it up high in the air. Tries to bat it out of the air towards the net, and Throckmorton had none of that. Now it's Kagor. And it's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. He passes it across Dillon. With a long backhander that goes wide. Perhaps playing it back behind the net for Chipman, but it's poked out in front. Kept in by Kagor. Kagor chasing after it. Tries to send it backdoor. Chipman, a backhander. Couldn't get enough contact on the puck to send it towards the goal.
It's very close there. Kagor to Chipman. Could see that pairing again.
It's been all Sentinels as Yeti tries to swing the momentum the other way, and the Caribou really having none of this offense here as the long shots stick aside by Hot Dog Flaps. Sentinels now with the puck in the offensive zone. Chipman tries to send it in front for Dillon, but it was blocked by Lurker. Chipman now poking it behind the net for himself, tries to send it out in front in the pad. Score!
It's a fantastic goal there. Chipman taking advantage of Hot Dog Flaps, giving a little bit too much pad on the backside. You really want to cover those posts, and he's allowed to bank it off from behind.
So Chipman catching the goaltender sleeping on the post, couldn't quite get enough contact between that pad and the post to keep that puck from circling out behind the pads, and G. Dillon's the beneficiary to make it a 1-0 Sentinels lead. Now a long shot, narrowly missing the net. Hot Dog Flaps may have gotten a piece of it. The Caribou looking to answer right back. It's Lurker at center, trying to hand it off to Randy, but it's poked aside by Husington. Husington pops it up in the air, falls to Lurker, but Chipman gets there and tries to send it out to Dylan. Cut off by Randy. Back into the zone, carries it out wide on the right circle. He sends it back behind the net for Lurker. Lurker careful to handle it, tries to send it out in front. A backhander just missed the post as Rhubarb was trying to tie the game.
So close. Nice to see the pass from behind the net. Gretzky's office.
Kagor turns it over. They have a 2-on-0. Yeti, a long shot stopped. Rebound, tried to bat it out of the air. Rhubarb couldn't contact it.
Fantastic stick save there from Throckmorton.
Oh, look out. Lurker just put it right out in front of his own goalie, and Chipman was crashing that out, almost got a piece of it. Lurker now trying to make up for his mistake. Tries to carry it into the zone, but it's poked aside by Chipman, carried out by Dylan, but it's going to be Randy who gets there first. Chipman says, I'll get there first, and pokes it ahead to Husington. Tries to center it, but no one there for the Chiefland Sentinels as they work with a 1-0 lead, trying to extend it to 2-0 if they can get any more offense going in this first period. Nearing on 1 minute to go as the goalie comes out to clear it. And G. Dillon's going to get there first. He has plenty of time to work, and he gets it out to Chipman. Rhubarb gets a stick on it, working one-on-one with Kagor. Gets a heavy touch and has to chase after the puck. Takes a long shot. No problem for Throckmorton. And Yeti carries it out into his own defensive zone as they look to regroup and get some more offense going here. Trying everything they can to tie this game. It's Yeti chasing after it.
So far, you can see Hobart's more of their passes are sort of dumps. They're looking for long shots, but they don't seem to be able to get that offense going. Whereas you're seeing Chiefland is making these passes kind of to each other. They know where each other stands, and their passing's been looking much better.
Yeah, it just feels like a lack of team chemistry on their part as Hobart tries to tie the game here, and they're, as you said, they're taking these long shots, but it's not always the best idea as the first period winds down. It's not always the best idea. With a goaltender that's so active in the crease, ready to come out and play the puck for the Sentinels, I really think they just have to try those softer plays and just kind of chip the puck out into the open areas of the ice and try and get their teammates to there first.
Yeah, definitely. You want to avoid the passes to no one, as it were, because that's just as good as giving the puck away. Really strong performance by Throckmorton, especially with that stick save about halfway through the period.
Absolutely, coming up big to keep this a 1-0 game. Now it's Yeti starting it out for the Caribou. Makes his move around Husington on his backhand. Tries to send it backdoor. Randy fanned on the shot.
It's an exact example of the kind of pass you want to see from Hobart. Looks like they're already taking notes.
Yeah, I absolutely love that play. You really want to try and find your teammates there, especially when you're so close to the net. It's that one more play that could really find that offense for you.
Oh,
Lurker up the board. Funny bounce, as you said. And Chipman sends it backwards towards the goal, but no problem for Hot Dog Flaps. It's cleared out to center. Under the stick of Kagor. Lurker's going to race after it. But G. Dillon gets there first and sends it out. Husington the other way. End-to-end action. Tries to backhand it into the slot. Pops up in the air. Kagor first to it. Shot blocked. Rebound. G. Dillon. Stopped by Hot Dog Flaps. Another chance, and it rolls off the toe of his stick. Set back in front, and it's sticked aside by Yeti. Mixter now. Kills the pressure and dumps it down.
You're still seeing a lot more pressure from Chiefland than you are from Hobart. They've had that one good play, but they're still having trouble making it happen.
Hobart first to it in their own zone, but Chipman for the Sentinels is going to get there. And Yeti's happy to Rag this puck behind his net and backhand it out to center. G. Dillon first to it. Heavy touch. Gets it back. Breakaway. Dillon shoots it high. Rebound set in front. Chipman couldn't score. Now it's Randy. He shoots it out to center. Off the stick of Mixter. Looking to tie this game for the Caribou. Mixter a shot into the pad. Rebound. Tapped out in front. Randy backhander. Sticked aside by the defender. What a play by Husington.
Wow. Proof it's not just the goaltender.
You know, these sticks are flying out here. And just batting everything down. Randy along backhander misses the far post. And so far, it's been the Caribou just absolutely brilliant defensively, keeping this game. Or rather, it's been the Sentinels brilliantly defensively keeping this game in their favor.
Agreed. Only one really strong chance for Hobart thus far, I would say.
Kagor makes the move, takes the shot, stopped, scores! On the rebound, he finds a way.
Fantastic chance. You got to cover the center of your slot, and they let Kagor skate in. Poor rebound control from Hot Dog Flaps allows a second opportunity.
Yeah, if your Hot Dog Flaps there, you really just got to clear the puck. You know, there's no funny business about it. The puck's in your pads, you got to get it out, and that's a tragic mistake that leads to a 2-0 game as Kagor gets the goal from Dillon. Now Slutter towards the net. Oh, it just missed the post as G. Dillon was crashing the net. Chipman now. As they nearly made it 3-0 there. It's set back towards the net, stick to side. Under the stick of Chipman. Husington is in a race with it. With Randy, and it's poked all the way down. Kagor, content to stay all the way back in his own zone with a 2-0 lead in his favor. Chipman now playing it back in the net. Poked out in front, but blocked by Randy. Randy sends it out. Mixter. And Kagor cheated up. He has a breakaway. Mixter scores!
I think you said it there. The defense cheated up a little bit. They had 4 forward. That allows Mixter to take a chance. He absolutely rips it past Throckmorton.
Made no mistake on the shot. Finds the back of the net. Mixter makes it a 1-goal game in the second period. As we are nearing 1 minute to go. It's back behind the net. And the Caribou send it out. It's Randy with Yeti streaking. Randy pokes it to the side, but not far enough for Yeti. And Husington at center. Carries it into the zone. From the right circle, tries to center it, but Yeti gets there and sends it out to center through the stick of Kagor, and he has to backtrack and make the defensive play to send it back in. A nice block by Yeti, but Chipman's going to get there first. Sentinels in blue, Caribou in red, as it's a 2-1 Sentinels lead with 30 seconds to go in this period. Randy in his own zone, backhanding it deep. Looking for Mixter, but Husington gets there first for the Sentinels. Mixter now. Circling the zone. Trying to tie the game. Sends it towards the net. It's blocked. He gets his own rebound, but it flutters towards the goalie and he sticks it aside. Tries to center it for Yeti, but the puck was poked out. Now Dillon tries to work his way into the zone with a breakaway, but he does not quite have the stamina for that.
Stronger chances for Hobart. I think they're finding the momentum. They're starting to play together.
End of 2, and it's a 2-1 Sentinels lead. Hobart's looked a lot better in that period.
Agreed. CSN might have gotten a little comfortable with the 2-0 lead. They started to play up, looking for 3, and they did pay that tax when you have 4 skaters up.
As we're in intermission, we're getting set for the third period of play in this dramatic showdown of Game 1. We will play 2 games today. Face-off won by the Sentinels, forked in by G. Dillon over the net. And it's Lurker sending it around. Mixter gets there first, contested by Kagor. And Mixter comes away with the puck. Tries to cut to the slot, but Husington had none of that.
Really good look by Mixter.
Randy now tries to send it to Rhubarb, but Randy gets it back. And Chipman bodies him off the puck and sends it out to center. Randy now trying to tie this game for the Hobart Bay Caribou. Clears it into the zone. And Kagor will win that race.
Another pass to nobody.
Yeah, it's these long clears that are ultimately killing their momentum. You know, they've had a lot of chances if they just send it to their teammates, you know, or even take that short option. But these long clears are really just killing their possessions.
Yeah, you could see the difference when CSN clears it, they tend to pass it to somebody, as you saw just a moment ago. Whereas, once again, they passed it to no one.
Husington from his own zone. For the Sentinels, working with a 2-1 lead, sends it over to Dylan. And there's no defender back, but he shoots it off the back of his own teammate, Chipman. So the puck deflects up into the corner off of that funky hop. And Hot Dog Flaps comes out to clear it. Kagor first to it, another pass to nobody, as you would say. And Chipman sends it towards the net, but comes back out to Husington, sends it ahead for Chipman. Breakaway if he hurries. Chipman, backhander, blocked. Lurker, crashing back towards his own net, had none of that cut back and was able to send it back to the corner. And it's Randy starting the other way for the Caribou as they try to tie this game. 3 minutes to go in the third. Lurker around the boards. In his own zone, Rhubarb backhands it out to center for Mixter, the captain. Mixter pokes it to himself as a chance to shoot. Sends it across. Randy fanned on the shot again. Randy's had 2 great looks, and he couldn't finish either of them.
Great. Such an opportunity.
Long backhander over the net. Hot Dog Flaps tried to jump and wave at it, but got no piece of it. It's sent back through the slot. No one there. G. Dillon backhander off the stick of Randy, and it pops across to the left side wall. Lurker tries to clear. It's blocked. Lurker gets it back. And he sends it down the ice. Kagor across. Chipman took an awkward route to the puck, and Lurker gets there first. One touch from Randy to Mixter. Cuts into the slot. And he has to curl back. He got himself too deep. Now it's Lurker at center as the Caribou are finally building some momentum here. Lurker in his own zone. Sends it deep. Tried to find Mixter, but it hops off Husington. And a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Husington sends it deep. Chipman now. Sends it back in front. Dillon fans on it. And it comes out to Kagor. Kagor sends it back in for Husington. And he backhands it deep for Chipman. Chipman's going to win that race against Randy. But he tried to hit against Randy to free it up for his teammate. And it didn't work out. Sent towards the net. Stick to side by Hot Dog Flaps. Lurker for the Caribou is content to take it back behind his net and send it out to the left side for Mixter, the captain. Mixter now, leaving it for Randy. Randy with a long shot over the net. High and wide. Rhubarb now getting the rebound, and he tries to send it back out in front for Randy, but the pass was blocked at the barrel by Kagor. Chipman sending it down the length of the ice, content to clear. 1 minute to play in this period. And in this game, game 1 of 2, between the Chiefland Sentinels and the Hobart Bay Caribou. Chipman works into the zone with a shot. What a save by Hot Dog Flaps. Oh my. Flashing the stick up in the sky, and he's able to rob Chipman on a beautiful look.
My goodness. I think I'll elaborate in a sec, but I think Lurker's the key to this Hobart team.
G. Dillon sending it deep. Rhubarb spins it out to center through Randy, and Kagor gets there first. Sends it back down. Goalie come out to play it. Misplayed it, but recovered by Rhubarb. Randy at center. 10 seconds to go. Sends it towards the net. Off the stick. Rebound! Stopped! At the horn. Oh my! Throckmorton keeps the game. And it's a 2-1 win for the Sentinels. This is cinema.
That's incredible to have two great opportunities seconds apart in the last 10 seconds of the game. Throckmorton standing tall. Flurry in 2009.
Absolutely. A clutch save at the end. What a stop. I have goosebumps.
It's oh man, I got ready. Oh, but
I thought this
not
game
to
was as
be,
good as tied.
not to be.
And a
Well,
regulation win nonetheless. The Sentinels pick up a valuable 3 points in the standings.
yes, definitely. It's that will move them further towards first place. Manhattan currently leading the series, the division rather, with a perfect record, but Chiefland only has one loss. I think I think they have a strong chance to take the crown tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chiefland is just, you know, uh, one of the best teams in this division, and I don't doubt they're going to continue to succeed. This team is just really clicking on all cylinders. They have unbelievable chemistry up and down the lineup, and I just can't wait to see how they take that into the second game as the puck is ready to be dropped. And the Caribou come away with it this time, looking to go 1-1 on this matchup tonight. Game 2 underway. Hunter S. sending it out. So Hunter gets the look for game 2. He wasn't in the game 1 lineup, but they figured, hey, we won one game in regulation. We may as well shake things up and get some guys some playing time.
That's something to say that they had Hunter S sitting on the bench. He's one of the best players in this league.
G. Dillon sends it deep. Chipman. Back to Dillon, but Lurker sticked it aside at the barrel, and he backhands it around the boards behind his own net. G. Dillon to the net, sticked aside by Hot Dog Flaps. Both goaltenders remain in this game, as they had brilliant saves in a 2-1 victory for the Chiefland Sentinels. Randy out, 2-on-1 if he hurries. Tries to send it across, but Hunter S gets there first. Randy poked it off of him, but he gets it back. And Yeti took it off the stick of Hunter S. And he tries to send it in front, but it's sticked aside by Tierfun. Another chance for Mixter. Tried to backhand it around, but it's poked behind the net. Sends it out in front. Yeti just behind his stick. Randy on the rebound, and it's blocked. Dillon around Lurker. But he's going to lose this race to Yeti as he ran out of stamina. That was a crucial hit by Lurker as he tried to knock Dillon off the puck. Shipman across. And it's Randy here first. For the Caribou, he sends it deep towards the net. And it's going to miss high and wide. Lurker behind the net, slaps it off the back of it. It's up in the air on top of the net. And it's poked wide of the goal by Randy. He tried to bat it out of the air, waiting for it to fall. And it couldn't be poked home.
It's one of the scariest things in the entire game is when the puck's on top of the net.
Sent in the net, saved by Hot Dog Flaps. Hunter S. Left circle, below Dillon. He gets it back. Following it all the way around the boards. Kind of chasing it almost. And he sends it back behind the net, and Yeti gets there first for the Sentinels. Or rather, the Caribou. Now the Caribou send it all the way down. Randy's going to win that race. He has Lurker going to the net. Lurker in the slot. Randy opts for the back pass along the boards. Yeti across. Mixter sticked aside by Dillon. And it's a 2-on-0 if they hurry. Dillon sends it ahead for Hunter. Now he takes it himself and a backhander missed the net. Poked out in front. Dillon right under his stick. Dillon tried to poke it ahead to Hunter earlier, and the pass wasn't strong enough. He couldn't. It kind of put them in a really awkward position. They really could have had a 2-on-0 look, but Dillon's pass just wasn't hard enough.
Yeah, very nearly a 3-on-0. But you got to be able to do more with a chance like that.
It's poked deep. Mixter off the glass, high into the air. Chipman gets there first. In his own zone, he sends it deep. Blocked by Yeti at center. That was a beautiful block, and he chips it to himself. Stick lifts Hunter. What is Yeti gonna do? He shoots over the net. Oh, what a glorious play by Yeti, but he couldn't finish it.
Wow. The anticipation on that shot was immense. Oh my goodness.
Yeti gets it back. Michigan's out front. Mixter's backhander stopped by Throckmorton.
Yet he's showing what he can do. That was an incredible pass.
That was getting fancy. Is it something you'd like to try, with a minute left in the first period of a tie game?
Yeah, anything to get him going.
Yeah, the Caribou struggled
on a breakaway, so it's definitely try to find some way to get some chemistry, get it to somebody that can shoot.
Yeah, and even just, as a player, when you're on the ice and your teammates are making those plays, there's a sense where you just feel like you have to finish them. And that kind of starts up and down the lineup. If your teammate's making a really great play, you really want to finish it so that the goal can be put on their highlight reel.
Agreed completely.
Misplay. Dylan pokes it way too hard. Hot Dog Flaps comes out, turns it over. Dylan pokes it back out to center, but Lurker gets there first. And now he might have a chance on the other way. Lurker around Tier Fun. Backhander. Deflected towards the goal and cleared by the goaltender. End-to-end action. This is the Prospect Division on the Puck Hockey League Network, the end of Period 1. Chiefland came away with a 2-1 victory in Game 1. This is Game 2, and it's tied at 0, headed to Period 2.
I was about to say that I think the key player here is blamed Lurker, but they've actually substituted him off. I see a lot of I run a team here in D2, the Moose Jaw Moose, and I have a player that Lurker. I'm seeing him. He's making all the passes. He's the first one back. So responsible. I think he's the key to this hockey team as the weeks drag on.
Yeah, Lurker is just even a guy you see a lot in pugs, and he's just a great locker room guy to have too. We mentioned it in the draft, and I wonder if there's a sense between D3 and D2. There's such a skill gap. I wonder if those D2 players aren't not necessarily they're sandbagging, but rather they're not able to get mentally into the game as much as they may with a tougher opponent and a tougher division like the Contender Division. What is Hot Dog Flaps doing? He's jumping up in the air. The puck almost got put in his pads again.
Sometimes you're just there to have fun. I don't know.
Jumping for joy in a 0-0 game.
What a pass.
Rhubarb first to it behind his net, but Dylan pokes it out into the slot. Yeti handles that and tries to get it ahead to himself. Makes a nice play and chips it deep. Tier Fun turned over. Yeti works into the zone, right circle, cuts to the slot, stick aside by Dylan. Came in with a flying poke check. What a back check. But it's not over yet. Randy. Stick lifted by Hunter. Another beautiful back check by the Sentinels. You can see why this team is near first place.
These small flashes of brilliance from Hobart just getting snuffed out. Oh my goodness. So close.
Hobart is they're getting all the pressure here. I really haven't seen much from the Sentinels offense. It's sent all the way deep. Tier Fun will handle this. I'm really curious to see how Hobart responds after that Game 1 loss. This team looks really competitive as well.
I agree. I think they just need to find that chemistry, find somebody that they can put in the middle of their plays. I think again, Lurker would be an excellent choice. They have to get everybody play time, but I think they should be making strategies around the best passer on their team, because that seems to be where they're lacking.
And who would you say is their best passer?
I would say it's blamed Lurker, the man with the red stick. Most of the strong passes in Game 1, with exception to the one pass from Yeti, have been where off of Lurker's stick or to Lurker's stick. His positioning's immaculate, and his passing is some of the best in the division.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how he translates that even to Division 2, and hopefully tries to get a spot on a Division 1 roster next season. Dylan scores! Oh, it was poked out in front of a turnover from behind the net, and Dylan's the beneficiary.
Wow, Tier Fun finding a way to get it right to someone who's set up in the low slot. You got to try to check those people, and he has no trouble putting it in the far side of the net.
Man, that was a beautiful play by Tier Fun. Stick lifts the defender behind his own net and sends it out in front. Dylan with an absolute rocket, straight tape to twine. And it's 1-0 Sentinels again.
Oh, This is a division where goaltending reigns, and the best way to take care of a goaltender is to shoot something he can't stop. The best way to do that is a backdoor pass.
That one really caught him off guard. He wasn't looking towards the puck when it was back behind the net. So he just saw it pop out in front and straight behind him.
Gotta stay aware.
You know that as a goaltender. Chipman out in front. Dylan stopped. Hunter. Slot. And it's cleared by Yeti.
Hit by the heel of the stick, or it could have been wrapped around in.
Chipman now for the Sentinels. Sends it ahead. What a pass, Dylan, but it's poked aside by Hot Dog Flaps. Yeti trying to step aside Tierfun. Kind of loses it in his feet, and Rhubarb cleans up. Pokes it ahead to himself. 2-on-1. Rhubarb and Mixter. Rhubarb sticked aside by Tierfun. What a defensive play. Yeti cleans it up at center, and he gets it back in deep. Randy first to it, chasing back, and he leaves it for Rhubarb. Rhubarb with Yeti going to the net. Tries to send it to his backhand, and he couldn't. He got too heavy of a touch on the cutback and had to leave the puck and then exit the zone.
Brutal.
Dylan just got absolutely...
Great feed.
Sent across. Chipman couldn't handle the cross pass. That was a beautiful stretch passing play. Dylan now, off the recovery when he got bodied into the net on the other end of the ice. He gets back. And is poked ahead. Mixter will lose that race to Tierfun. Off the glass, high and deep. Chipman, 2-on-0 if he gets there. With G. Dylan parked behind and Rhubarb coming back. In front, off the shoulder of Rhubarb. He tried to sauce it. And it was a beautiful idea and a beautiful execution. But Rhubarb was able to read it nicer. Sent ahead, Mixter. And he's going to run out of time as he would have had a one-on-one chance with Tierfun.
He's still going to try it. Oh, man. Very close. All right, Kagor in for Tierfun. I think they both play very similar roles. They've been being defense, but also quite a bit of offense. We'll see which of them is able to deliver more, because Tierfun had an incredible pass. So we'll have to see what Kagor can say in retaliation.
And Kagor is just an outstanding defender and really just a solid, smart playmaker all over the ice. I can't wait to see him get out here and get some looks.
Agreed.
Mixter now loses the race to Kagor, as we mentioned, and he sends it all the way up the ice, straight to Hunter. A beautiful pass, and Hunter tries to poke it ahead, but it's off his stick. Rhubarb sends it back in deep. Yeti loses the race to Kagor, but it's sent back in by Rhubarb. Dylan has none of that and backhands it out to center. Hunter S. What a pass! Dylan has a break! I can't believe that pass, and Dylan off the post!
Oh, brutal.
It's not over. Chipman in front. Sticked aside.
Oh, man. Already scored today, and to hit the post at the exact same place that he scored off the post is brutal.
Now it's the Caribou trying to send it back out from their own zone, and Dylan gets a hold of it behind their net. Tries to wrap it, but it's a great defensive play. His 3 defenders were crashing the post, trying to stop that one from getting through.
Oh, Kagor taking the long walk.
Having to backtrack far for a puck sent all the way down the ice, and he sends it back the other way. Through the stick of Mixter, Dylan leaves it for Chipman. Chipman into Hot Dog Flaps. He's out of the net. Another shot goes high and wide. Hunter S with the follow-up, and they couldn't capitalize on that.
There's such a thing as too excited.
Oh my gosh, what a pass. Lurker, backhander, wide. Dylan first to it in his own zone. Sticked aside by Lurker. As you mentioned, Lurker's back out on that ice too. It's Lurker and Kagor getting subbed back in.
Yeah, Lurker's positional awareness and ability to pass is going to be really strong for Hobart. I hope to see him take advantage in the waning minutes of this hockey game.
And they're going to need a lot from him. They're down by 1, and they need a goal with 3 minutes to go. Mixter cuts to the slot, and is back checked by Chipman. Sends it out to center. Hunter S is going to win that race, or he doesn't have enough stamina, so Rhubarb just simply outskates him. Sends it up the wall. Lurker tries to poke it across for Yeti, but The puck is sent back out. Rhubarb took an awkward turn. Hunter has a break. Heavy touch. Hot Dog Flaps is going to clear it. Oh no. Dylan Chipman. Hunter stopped. Great tic-tac-toe passing play, and Hot Dog Flaps came up big again.
Oh my goodness, that was probably the best setup all game.
That was similar to a D1 passing play, would you say?
Agreed. It may have been by accident, but it does look good. Another break, if he can hurry.
Dylan with Lurker crashing him, sends it out in front, just off the toe of the stick of Chipman, and it comes out to center. Kagor a long shot into the chest of Chipman, flutters towards the goal, and Hot Dog Flaps sends it off the boards. Yeti pokes it ahead to himself, and he gets there first, tries to send it on his forehand. Now on his backhand, works around the defender, backhander. Oh, and Kagor got enough of a stick to send that puck just inches forward, and he missed the shot because of the movement of the puck. Hot Dog Flaps turns it over. Hunter with Hot Dog way out, and he gets it back off the boards. But Hunter's going to win that race. Backhander, why would he not walk that? He missed.
Oh. Once again, you could get too excited.
A chance to seal the game. He shot it off the post. And Rhubarb the other way with a long shot off the stick of Throckmorton. Poked behind the net for Lurker. A minute to play in the third and in this game. Chiefland with a 1-0 lead, trying to sweep this series and go 2-0 in regulation. Hot Dog Flaps getting more aggressive in the net. It's sent across. Oh my god, what a pass and what a shot and what a stop. Yeti with the shot and Throckmorton big again to stop this game from getting tied. 47 seconds sent back in. Rhubarb. Mixter leaves it for Rhubarb, but Dylan gets there first and clears. Hunter S. with the goalie way out. Pokes it ahead to himself, has a breakaway. Tries to walk around the goaltender, but he came out nice to challenge the shot and maybe made Hunter a little nervous. Sent out. Dylan tries to shoot. Oh, you have to get that out if you're Mixter. There's only 20 seconds to go and your team's down by 1. Sent in front. Rhubarb and Lurker on a 2-on-1. But Kagor gets it back. 10 seconds. Hunter. Hot Dog Flaps. 5. Mixter tries to send it down. This game is over.
Oh. It's another incredible performance from Throckmorton. I think there's a couple places where you just hope for a little bit more from Hobart. You get a lift or a little more speed on some of these shots and they go in, but Throckmorton stood very tall today. His only allowance was a 40-foot breakaway. There's not much you can do about that as a goaltender. Really incredible team performance from Chiefland.
Throckmorton gets the shutout, and the Sentinels pick up 6 points in this 2-game series. What a trip for the Sentinels as they win at home twice.
That's right. That puts CSN all the way up to 5-0-0-1. They have not seen overtime. How many teams can say that?
And they may be the only team that hasn't seen overtime in these 3 divisions. And I'm quite shocked, as they lost a game in regulation, but I thought maybe with their fight, 5 regulation wins, maybe they would lose it in overtime, but
oh my goodness.
This is just a beautiful team. This is quickly turning into the front runner for the championship favorites, and we're not even 4 weeks into this season.
Agreed. Between them, Anaheim, and Manhattan, those 3 teams are starting to run away with this division.
So, Game 1, 2-1 final for Sentinels. And Game 2, a 1-0 final. And as for the Puck Hockey League on Twitch, I am Jack. I'm with Montpellier, and we are very excited to bring this prospect division game for you. It was the Hobart Bay Caribou facing off against the Chiefland Sentinels. We thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. We may be getting some more broadcasts, so be on the lookout. Good night from the Puck Hockey League.
Pleasant evening.